go make tea. Lemon tea, yes please. Yes, with the seeds. Today seems the perfect day to just stay in, cuddle in with an awesome book, some hot tea, you know. Perfect for you, the bibliophile. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But before we do that, how about we do something fun to give ourselves morale and the psych to get lost in an awesome book, you know? First, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you can be notified when I upload a new video, and like the video because yeah. So today we're gonna do a book tag, the drunk book tag. But first we have to give credit where credit is due. This tag is created by Chelsea at Chelsea Darling Breeds and Julie at Pages and Pens. And without much further ado, let's do this. Oh, the first prompt is wine coolers. You are 16 and you finally managed to sneak one of your mom's Smirnoff Ice. What is one of your most guilty pleasure reads? The Millennium Trilogy, which was originally written by Stieg Larsson, but David Lagerkratz picked up the mantle and wrote the next 3 books. I know in August there's another author, a female author, Kate something, who will be taking over the series. I do not know why. If you know, please, you can tell me in the comment section below. But I really enjoyed this one. Okay, book 1 had a bit of history, there was some bit of genealogy. No, that's not book 1. This is book 1. No, yes, that's book 1. It's cold. My mind is freezing. It had a bit of history, genealogy, you know, information about Sweden. But as we go along, book 2 gets more intense, more fast-paced. We get to see more of Salander. I bet most of the people know about this series, not in the book form, in the movie form, which is also, I cannot say awesome because I haven't seen it. I was about to lie, caught in a white lie. But I really love this. I was worried about reading another author writing about another author's work, but I took the courage and I read this book sometime this year. It was this year. It seems so long ago. And David did this series justice. As in, I couldn't want to put the book down. We get to see more of Salander's past because this book mostly surrounds Salander. It's one of my main characters, along with Mikhail. And there's some shift in the relationship that I really am enjoying. So, this is one of my guilty pleasures, and I want to order the next book after this one. So if you don't see me here, just know I'm getting lost in Sweden along with Salander. I really enjoy. The next prompt is beer. You have made it to college and you're hosting your first kegger. Pick your favorite new adult or college-aged book. I've just realized after reading that I've never read a college-age book. Not even Sweet. Was there Sweet Valley University? SVU? I didn't read that. I just read Sweet Valley High. So for this one, I will take The Secret Society. I know it's a dark academia, I believe it's set in a university or college setting. I stand to be corrected. Also, the fact that I've never read the Dark Academia. Also, the fact that the author and I share the same birthday. That's the reason why I read this book. Yeah, I'm vain. Sometimes you gotta be vain. You gotta be vain, man. The next prompt is Tequila. Partied too hard last night and drank a little too much. Jose Cuervo. What's a book that you never want to see again, or your least favorite book? I love cozy mysteries. They just make you want to like slow down, enjoy your surroundings, enjoy your book. Nothing too intense, with a bit of books and some food and some mystery. Nothing else takes. So when I picked this up, throw that at a cheesecake by Dennis Diets. I would say diets because it goes along with the theme of this book. Most of the cozy mysteries I've read have been just fun, sweet, swooning, making me swoon. But this one, it's just the way it was executed that I felt that it wasn't well done. I actually DNF'd some time back. But then there was a challenge, the Pop Sugar Challenge that I'm doing, that says read a book that you DNF'd. So I picked it up. Oh, the love interest wasn't also well executed, so this wasn't my kind of cozy mystery. This is the last book I want to see. My least favorite. I'm so sorry. It wasn't just for me. And it's okay. The next prompt is Bong. What's a book that you read super fast? That will have to be 6 Years by Harlan Coben. I swear the last time I sat down and read a book in one sitting was so many years ago that when I picked this up, I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. Don't you dare call me. Don't you dare touch me. Don't you dare talk to me. It was so fast paced. It was so interesting. This story follows Jake. About 6 years ago, he went to a retreat to kind of help him through a writer's block. He was writing a book, an academia book. And there he met some girl named Natalie. They had a whirlwind romance. But suddenly, Natalie had decided to break up the relationship and then went and married another man. Asked him to make one promise. Promise me you'll not come after me. It took 6 years for Jake to break that promise after seeing that the man Natalie married died. So he went back for answers, and that's where the thriller starts. If I say more than that, I will be spoiling for somebody who wants to read this book. But this book made me want to read more of Harlan Coben. And I love when I meet authors who have a long backlist. So I can't wait to delve more into this man's work. One sitting. Spring break! You have thrown your inhibitions to the wind and end up having a sexy night you'll never forget. What is your favorite smutty read? That will be the V for Visa series by Mona Mogo. It's not necessarily smarty, but as the series goes along, things get more hot and erotic. That's not the main focus of the book. Don't get me wrong. The book is an interracial romance with two people who, one is really scared. If I say too much, I will be spoiling for somebody who wants to read this book. The man is a bit scared. The lady is a bit, naive, but still again, ray of sunshine. And these two met when the girl is called Rain, went to the British Embassy looking for a visa to go join a fiancé in the UK. This is where she met our Darian, and Darian said no to her getting a visa, and that's when Rain initiated communication with him, telling him that he is so rude and he is an angry Kenyan, and then that's when the interaction became the love sparked. It's just the reason why I really love this book. It's homegrown, nothing too heavy. I'm not saying it doesn't have heavy topics, but books from Africa are really heavy. But this one, as much as it has topics affecting relationships and life, it also has some sweetness to it, some fun, something to get lost in it, swoon, smile. And this is the third book. Oh, R for rain. Again, as the book goes along, the scenes, some of the sexual scenes starts to get so. Hey! I will only just say that. But yeah, that is my smart read. Screwdriver. Screwdriver. Okay. What is the most twisted book you have ever read? Oh, that will be Verity by Colin Hoover. Yeah, I can see you roll your eyes. I know. This is a book you either love or you hate. You can't be in between. And the reason why I really enjoyed this book is I couldn't even guess the next thing in the plot line, you know. Also, I enjoyed some bit of the author's writing style and the fact that there were some things that were so hot, like, and there some things which were so just cold, diabolical. I was like, what the heck? How can a book make me feel so hot and even so cold? But if you're not versed with Verity, this book follows Lowen, who is a struggling writer on the brink of financial ruin. But she ends up accepting a job of a lifetime from a best-selling author who was completely injured during an accident. So the husband reached out to the publishing house for them to find an author to finish off the series. This author called Verity Crawford was writing before she got in an accident. So in order for Lowen to tap into this author's, writing style, environment, atmosphere, she decides to go to her home and her office to look for manuscript, an outline to see how the story was to end. Lo and behold, when she gets there, she stumbles into a manuscript that Verity was writing. A manuscript that had such horrifying and diabolical acts. Whew! What? It was just fucked up. These two couples, the author and the husband, have quite a number of mishaps. And while Lowen is reading this manuscript, some things start to make sense. But in the end, Verity writes in the manuscript that this manuscript is based on fiction. So it's up to you, the reader, to decide, is the manuscript true or is Verity just fucked up? I was like, the manuscript will be true. But then again, some things about what happened in the house, I will not tell much because I don't want to give spoilers, just don't make sense. Because Verity could have done so much more harm from my point of view. I was like, hey, humans are really fucked up. Oh, this one. I was like, I couldn't seem to want to put it down. So, to me, when it comes to a thriller, it is fast-paced. A book that makes you just stop and think. Yes, you have passed the mark for me. The next prompt is Long Island iced tea, the melting point of alcoholic beverages. Woo! Which is one of your favorite diverse reads. That will be A Master of Gin by P. Djeli Clark. P. Djeli Clark. This is a fantasy. This book follows Fatima, who is the youngest woman working for the Ministry of Alchemy, Enchantments, and Supernatural Entities. She is quite good at her job, by the way. So when the members of a secret brotherhood are murdered, Agent Fatima is called onto the case. The murderer claims to be Al-Jahiz, who transformed the world 50 years ago when he opened the veil between the magical and mundane realms before vanishing into the unknown. Using dangerous magical abilities, he instigates unrest on the streets of Cairo that threatens to spill over onto the global stage. Agent Fatima must unravel the mystery behind this imposter to restore peace to the city or face the possibility he could be exactly who he seems. The book, by the way, is set in Cairo in 1912. In the steampunk era, it had an element of mystery, it had elements of romance. Because it's fantasy, it had elements of fantasy. I had so much immense fun with this. It was one of our book club reads last year, and most of the people really loved this book. As in, it's just reflected so much about Africa. It was just so fun. This is one of the most underrated books, it needs to get more acknowledgement. But it has won an award, if I'm not wrong. It has won an award, and I would love to read more from this man. But please, not that horror. So this is one of my favorite diverse reads. Next prompt is Sex on the Beach. A drink that's great in theory, but wasn't exactly all it was cracked up to be. What is a book that just didn't live up to the hype? I know this book is one of so many people's favorite books, and because of that and the hype behind it, I went in expecting so freaking much. I really loved the writing style. I will start with, I really enjoyed the writing style. So part of me feels like our narrator might have been the small issue that made me not really enjoy this book. I liked it, but I didn't love it as I expected it to be. I went in expecting to be broken. I was like, dude. And I feel like if we had seen the point of view from a young, innocent German during the Holocaust, it would have been more impactful. I would have felt this person's feeling. I would have seen more of their thoughts. But you know, this aspect of an outsider looking in, as in that, I think that was the barrier between me and the book. But it wasn't totally, I think, 2 stars or DNF. And that book is The Book Thief. It was a bit slow paced. It was a bad read, and the person who I was reading it with was like, you know, I tried reading this book the first time and I DNF'd it. So because this is a bad read, let's try it. We tried it. They still couldn't finish it, but I was determined to finish it. But I get what this man was trying to say. I get the message of the power of words. I get, you know, there's still an impactful thing about this book. It's just that I was ready to be broken, you know. Don't you know I'm broke? I wanted to be broken. But that being said, I have no hard feelings. No hard feelings. Not every book is for every reader, so that's just me. That's just me. And then it's time for wine. You've just gone through a rough breakup. We're not manifesting this. So you pack yourself in bed with your favorite bottle of chocolate. Chocolate is all I'm thinking about. So you pack yourself in bed with your favorite bottle of wine, some ice cream, and a bucket for your tears. Name a book that made you cry out all of the fields. Normally I would pick A Long Way Gone by Ishmael Bear. It's an autobiography. It's a memoir of a child boy soldier. The writing style is mwah! What? Did it make me weep like a baby? Oh yes, especially 5 a.m. during morning commute. Then what? Say crying? Crying. So because you all expect me to pick this book, let me pick another book that made me cry. The book is called Chocolate Girls by Annie Murray. It's an historical fiction set during the Second World War. It follows 3 girls, Eddie, Janet, and Ruby. So Eddie decides to marry young to escape her family, and in the process, the person she marries ends up dying, and the child she was expecting also died. So during the start of the war, when a child, just because a child drops by the home, she decides to take her in and make her own because nobody claimed him. During the process, the friend Ruby, who doesn't want to feel left behind, decided to marry another man, Frank. But Frank is messed up because of the war. Things at home are not as rosy as she thought they will be. In comes Janet, an intelligent, beautiful girl. But she makes the mistake of getting involved with the married man, who breaks her heart, and makes her doubt the fact that maybe she might not fall in love again or meet someone, that will make her heart go boom. So when this child comes in, he really brings these 3 together and adds so much joy in their life. They all take part in taking care of this child. It takes a village to raise a child. But when the child grows up, he wants to really find out where he comes from, because everybody wants to know, where do I come from? And that brings up a bit of heartache and all. But in the process, most of the girls, if I read this book a while ago, So some details might be not correct, but I stand to be corrected. Most the three find love, they find healing, and then this child, I find out that he is from a Jew background, and then this takes us to the Holocaust, and whoa, Jesus, I cried. You know, this book made me wake up early in the freaking morning to read it. I do not like reading fiction early in the morning. I would rather read a non-fiction. That's usually my routine. But this book made me wake up early in the morning, and I won't forget because it was raining heavily, so that I can finish it. And it broke me, and it was beautiful, and it was hopeful. So if you're looking for World War book that's not hyped up, you know, sometimes you gotta pick the unusual books. Really loved this one. I forgot to do one prompt. Strip club. How can I forget the strip club? Your favorite naked hardback, and here I'm debating between two books. So let's see which we shall pick. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'd go with this one. So this has been fun and nostalgic. Thank you for watching this video up to this point. If you want to try the prompts, go ahead and do it. You can do a post on IG, you can do a post on Twitter, you can do a YouTube video, you can comment your answers down on the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed at this point, please do subscribe and join my world, my crazy world. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that you can be notified when I upload a new video. With that being said, I hope you get to read more books that will give you more pleasure to take off the pressure of life. And until next time, bye. You are my audience. My audience.